Welcome to the 2016 annual meetings of the African Development Bank. I am delighted that you can join us for these meetings. These meetings are very important to us at the African Development Bank. They present a window of opportunity for us to the world, to meet with you, our shareholders, to share with you what we have done, the journey that we have traveled, to also listen to your views and your perspectives in our work. It's so lovely. Let me thank President Lungu and the entire government of Zambia for the opportunity you've given us to be in your lovely country. Zambia is such an important member of the African Development Bank Group. Since 1971, we have invested over $1 billion in Zambia. It has covered areas from agriculture to water to sanitation to roads and to education. These are very important, not only for Zambia, but very important for all of Africa. Here at these annual meetings, we have a lot of Africa's top decision makers. We have African heads of state. We have ministers. We have senior government officials. We've got the private sector. We've got the civil society. We have the press. And most importantly, I must say, the young people of Africa, the future of Africa, right in these annual meetings with us. It's so important for us to share our perspectives with you and also to listen to your own exciting ideas. This is what we call co-development at the African Development Bank. The African Development Bank is your bank. The African Development Bank is the development bank of choice for Africa. And of course, as we discuss together in these annual meetings, we are going to be able to grow together a better Africa. These annual meetings will focus on 3 issues. The first issue is to look at the challenges and the opportunities facing Africa today in the global environment. As you know, Africa faces economic headwinds, but we should not be discouraged. African economies today are growing at about 4% in the world today, where a lot of difficulties exist for many other countries and many regions. African economies are indeed resilient. Secondly, at these annual meetings, we are looking at 2 interlinked themes: energy and climate change. I traveled here to Zambia not too long ago. I was also in Malawi, I was in South Africa, and I witnessed firsthand the devastating effect of the El Nino phenomenon on droughts all across Southern Africa. But we also witnessed at the same time that Africa today is facing a major problem with electricity. Lack of energy is holding Africa back. Without electricity, Africa cannot industrialize. Kids can't go to school. And our small and medium-sized enterprises cannot work. That is why we believe we must explore new innovative approaches to solve our challenges. We look forward to your exciting ideas about how we can unlock potential for renewable energy on our continent to take advantage of the new potentials that are there. Let me say, at the African Development Bank, we are excited about what we call high fives at the bank. These high fives are the new priority areas that allows us to accelerate the delivery on our 10-year strategy. These areas are to light up and power Africa, to feed Africa, to industrialize Africa, to integrate Africa, and to improve the quality of life for the people of Africa. We call them the high fives, and I hope you call them high fives too. These high fives are so crucial for Africa's future, and I am delighted that in these annual meetings, we will be talking about them with you, sharing with you our perspectives and listening to you as well. It's important that we jointly own this. It's important that we co-develop this. It's important that we hear from you what needs to be done to make sure that together we can make sure these high fives work all across our countries. I am sure together at these annual meetings, we can raise our level of aspirations, and together we can make Africa the continent of our dream by delivering on these high fives and all our work together. Your partnership is so important. Your presence is so vital, and your ideas are so critical for us. So welcome once again to these 2016 annual meetings of the African Development Bank.